Hey there, Mike Yo.
I am here, sir.
You ready to count this bad boy down?
Do it, Todd.
Here we go. We're getting ready for the 10. 10,
10, 9, 8,
7, 6. I'm
5,
behind.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. There you go.
What's
Boy.
crazy, by the way, is that we are going to be saying Happy New Year in
right.
exactly 60 days.
Oh,
60 days from today, you guys will all be popping some bubbly and saying Happy New Year or Merry New Year if you like. Come on, it's not Coming to America. It was the Trading Places. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, Merry New Year. We say Happy New Year. Anyway, some of you are too young to know that movie, but it is November the 1st, by the way. And we're going to be talking about the time of the year because we are getting ready to go into the holiday season, which means this is a natural time of year when you can reach out to anyone and everyone that you've ever known in your entire life. You can reach out to old classmates from the first grade, the second grade, the third grade, the fourth grade, the fifth grade, obviously middle school, high school, college. Doesn't matter how long it's been. It's easy to reach out and say, by the way, I was thinking of you. Happy holidays. How are you and your family doing? And by the way, if you want to really be preemptive, you want to be proactive, you want to do this stuff now, because everybody sends Christmas cards, right? You get bombarded with the Christmas cards. But how many people send Thanksgiving cards? Not very many. And so if you want to stand out, if you want to be that singular conversation, not like, well, we got 12 cards today. Okay, there's Mike, there's Bob. If you want to be the card that people get or the text or the message, do it even now, right? Reach out before Thanksgiving and say happy holidays. So thankful to have you in my life. So thankful to know you. It's been too long. Give me the updates on you and your family. Remember, be a human being first, marketer second, right? But this is a time to reconnect, a time to catch up with cousins and second cousins and old friends and people like that. And again, some of them may not want to do our business. I get that. You should connect with these people anyway. Now, there's nothing more important than relationships. In fact, we talked about it on the training call on Saturday, Mike, that in the Bible, there's a passage that refers to a man who was there at the altar to give his offering to God. And if you've ever read the Bible, offerings to God, you don't get any bigger than this. This is big stuff. And so, but it says that that guy who was there had an issue with his brother, had a relationship problem in his life. And the Bible says, hey, look, don't give your offering. First, go fix that relationship, then come back and give your offering, meaning that relationships are even more important than offerings at the altar of God, which is really important stuff. And so again, relationships are paramount. Relationships are more important. And so this is a time of year that put the business to the side for a moment. Go out and how many people can you connect with during the holiday season? How many people can you reconnect with, right? Now, keep in mind that all of these people that you're reconnecting with, every single one of them come December 30th, are going to start thinking, New Year's goals and resolutions. In what way do I want to change my life? How do I want to, finally take that trip, make money, get out of debt, quit my job, do the things I've always been thinking about doing? There's going to be this natural moment where you're reconnecting with people and they're now thinking about, how do I change my life? How do I improve my life? And the mistake that so many people make, Mike, is that I'll do that in January. Too late. You can't start reaching out in January. You're behind the 8 ball. You got to reach out now, connect now, get the conversations going now, so that you're already in communicado, that at the very moment that it's going to happen, and how do you know it's going to happen? I don't know. It happens once a year, every year, that people think about New Year's goals and resolutions. You know what's coming, but you're already in communicado. You're already having all those conversations. And how are you? And happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And hey, by the way, do you have any New Year's goals, resolutions, right? You can start asking those kinds of questions, and you caught people at the very moment they're thinking about changing their life. But that starts now. It's November 1st. It's the beginning of a new month, new goals, new resolutions, new commitment. That's how the winners win. They reload every month. Man, what did I do last month? And how can I do even better this month, right? Celebrate the wins or the losses, celebrate the victories or the failures, right? Learn from it and then say, how do I do better this month? If you've not been reading 10 pages of a good book, hey, November 1, no better time to start the New Year resolution than November 1. Don't be a January 1 kind of person. Be a November 1 kind of person. If you're ever going to change your life, when's the best time to get started? Right now? Great decision, right? And so again, be a November 1 kind of person. So if you haven't been reading 10 pages of a good book, if you've not read this particular book, Go for No, right? Buy that book, 10 pages every day. Now, 10 pages a day seems like no big deal, but it's 3,650 pages a year, which is over 18 books a year, almost 100 books in 5 years. That is going to change your life. All right. Romans 12:2, let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. And the way you change the way you think is what you put in the mind, right? Garbage in, garbage out. That is even more true for the mind. Okay. So be a November 1 kind of person and start doing the things that you should be doing, reaching out to people. If you were looking for a goal, man, 3 to 5 a day, 3 to 5 a day. Is that asking you to stretch? Yes. Are you wanting to be average or you want to stretch? Are you wanting to stay in mediocrity or you wanting to become one of them ambassadors and travel the world, do all that kind of stuff? Ambassadors are always saying, how do I take it a little further? How do I go a little further? I saw a great show the other day. It was an interview. And of course, it was on Sunday with one of the quarterbacks. He says, look, of course, these guys are this way. They're extreme athletes. They compete at a higher level than most people. They're more committed. They eat different. They work out different. They wake up and they're so committed to their thing. They just compete at a high intensity. That's how a lot of them got to where they're at. Well, the same is true in this business. When you look at the ambassadors, they wake up thinking, man, I got to read the 10 pages. I got to listen to 15 minutes of audio. Who can I reach out to? They're always looking for a way to reach out. They're always looking for a new reason they can, a new way they can, a new way they can connect with people, a new way they can connect with more people, a way they can reconnect with people. They're not sitting around, well, it's not really a good time of year. Some people are looking for reasons why they can't. Some people are looking for reasons why they can, right? You got to be a November 1, I can kind of person. Now, that was a long forward, Mike. I didn't mean to go that long, but
no, I loved it, Todd. I loved it. It was awesome. And I'd like to put a little plug in too for this week's newsletter. Please, everyone read that. The article that's in there is called The 8 Core Steps of Building Your Trevorium Business. Goes right along with what you were saying. So that was awesome.
Love it. Well, hey, let's get to the most important thing we do every single week, which is recognize all of you that are out there blazing the path, blazing the trail. Obviously, we are here on a Tuesday night. Last night was obviously Halloween. A lot of kids celebrate that. I was with my grandkids. That was a lot of fun. Seeing all them and getting all dressed up and getting excited about the candy and all that kind of stuff. And we always go over to my daughters and my son-in-laws, and he makes a big old thing of chili. And, they got the football game on. So here's our 2 little guys last night.
Oh, that's great.
One's dressed up as a mad scientist, right? The other one's a character from one of the combat shows, or whatever you want to call it. He's one of the, he's a Master Chief. He's a Master Chief. That's what he is. And so anyway, that was a lot of fun. So we're not doing our corporate update call at the usual time. We're doing it here on All Saints Day. Well, I was actually in Monaco, Mike, 3 years ago on November 1st. And they actually shut the entire country down for All Saints Day. Very religious day. All the restaurants are closed. I mean, by afternoon, it's all shut down in honor of All Saints Day. So for those who did not know, today is All Saints Day. But as we do every week, we want to recognize all of you that are out there building the business, blazing the path, showing other people that if I can do it, you can do it too. And of course, we're at the very genesis of what we're doing here. The real growth is about to happen. People always overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 5 years. And so your team might be like, you may feel like it's a trickle, give it some time, and it's going to turn into this burning inferno, and you'll have 100, 200, 300 people a day joining your team. You're like, man, where are these people coming from? That's just part of the process, right? So Mike, without any further ado, my friend, I'll turn this over to you.
Okay.
Happy Halloween. Happy All Saints Day.
Yeah, that was great, Todd. Appreciate it. And welcome everybody to our Trevorium Tuesday night this week, corporate update. Zoom, and we're going to get right into the rank advancements and just share the latest people that are moving on. And so if you just joined Trevorium, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations. Great decision. You're about ready to have some great experiences in your life. I was just thinking, Todd, you're talking about Monaco. Wow. I'd love to go to Monaco. That's got to be on my dream list. Anyway, the first rank that you're going to achieve here at Trevorium is what's called a director. Now, in October, of course, I'm doing a summary tonight of all of our activity that happened in October. And we had 68 new directors in October. And these here are just from last week here. So congratulations to all our newest directors. Now at the director level, you might be saying, well, what does that mean, Mike? Well, all that means is that you went out and you shared the opportunity. You shared our travel product with 3 people that said yes. They either said yes, that they wanted to join you in business, or they said, I'd love to take advantage of that travel product that you guys offer. And all you did is share it with 3 that said yes to one of those questions right there. And you are now a director, and you're now making the same amount of income that it costs to run your business each month. Okay, so you're in the black at this point. So congratulations to all of our 68 new directors from October. The next rank here at Trevorium is what's called a 1-star director. We had 13 new 1-star directors in October. Now, a 1-star is going to be making anywhere between $400 to $700 a month. You're not setting the world on fire yet, but you know, in some of the countries that we're in, $400 to $700 a month is significant amount of income. So I would like to go ahead and congratulate our 13 new 1-stars: Marcia Tabis, Jeremy Pease, Karine Modami, Anna Kofard, Christy Massanon, Maud Brancourt, Yana Leek, Pauline Bouvier, Tiffany, hang on a second here, De Coupa, Veronique Cote, Sarah Henry, Maureen Crozet, and Catherine Piquet. Congratulations to our newest 1-stars. Now the next rank here at—
By the way, we had a lady in Madagascar with that same name. I believe it's actually Veronique.
Oh, which one is it?
The Veronique Cote.
Yeah, say it again for me. One more
I
time.
believe it's Veronique.
Yeah, thank you, Todd. That's
which is a very unique name. It's a cool name. I mean, I kept going Veronique. I want to name like that. Veronique.
And I just could not get it. But anyway, thanks for the help on that one. Anyway, please forgive me. And we're going to move on to 2-star. 2-star directors make anywhere between $24,000 to $34,000 a year, just depending on which product you're building with. If you're building with our Trevorium travel pack, then you know the income can just triple almost. So you'll have to talk to your upline about that and make sure you're taking advantage of building with the Trevorium travel pack. Anyway, 2-stars, we had 2 in October, and it was Julia Elena and Kenza Abenenader. So congratulations, ladies. And you're also, of course, as soon as they qualify and get their 31-day bonus, they will receive an email from me asking for their ring finger size so they can be sporting one of those beautiful rings that Todd's demoing right there. Oh yeah, those are beautiful rings. And I go ahead and send that to you with a beautiful certificate signed by Mr. Hart. So congratulations, ladies. Thank you for your leadership here at Trevorium. And so looking forward, Todd, to a great November. Man, I had a ton of new directors today, just getting caught up. Man, it's going to be a great month, I feel. So anyway, I'm excited, and I got excited, Todd, just listening to you talking about Monaco again. I'll tell you, that's one of my dream destinations. I got to make it to that spot.
Yeah, for those of you who've never been to Monaco, it's the 3rd smallest country in the world. This, of course, Grace Kelly's buried there in the famous church. The church is just absolutely gorgeous, out of this world. Of course, they have the whole the castle there where the royal family lives. They got it, all the old what do you want to call it? The barrier wall and the cannons that used to defend the island. Again, if you ever go to Monaco, by the way, this is where the billionaires go. If you're a millionaire in Monaco, you're poor. They don't have yachts there; they have ships. Right. I mean, these things are ships. They got helicopters on them, and again, you get the billionaires from all over the world pulling into Monaco. The only car dealerships they had in town was they had a Bentley. They had a one of one at the Bentley. They had a Mercedes that had the Batwing doors, right? Oh, wow. And the Mercedes it was a $250,000 Mercedes. I've never seen one like it. It was like a cross between a Mercedes and a Batmobile. They had a McLaren dealership, a Ferrari dealership. And I mean, obviously, again, it was absolutely incredible. There were Danny and Bryce. We went to the famous James Bond casino. I mean, that was incredible. And it was amazing. Yeah. So yes, I mean, Monaco, you got to put it on your list. It's just south of France. So if you fly into Nice, so you got Paris, then you go to southern France, you got Nice, fly into Nice, and that's only about a probably 30-minute car ride to Monaco. Of course, it's right there on the bay. You got the water view. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, awesome. Anyway, thank you, Todd. And
Well, thank you, Mike. Yeah, appreciate it so much. And for everybody, we are going to have our CEO founder on tonight, but we're actually going to bring him on after Daryl and some of his guests. I can tell you that the home office has been doing all kinds of incredible things in preparation for the new year, the new calendar. More getaways, more world tours, more unbelievable, breathtaking kinds of trips. We continue to see incredible growth. A lot of you guys took advantage of the double bonuses. We had this massive surge. My phone, even during Halloween, my phone kept ringing and I'm like watching the kids trick or treat. I'm on the phone half the time, but it was a beautiful thing. Loved every moment of it. We had this massive day yesterday as a company. A lot of you rank advance. There's more rank advancements coming. I saw some even brand new people like Keith Cole. I give a shout out to Keith. He's working with Timothy Bumpus and obviously Cynthia Sly. And just tonight, we added 2 tonight to our group. One on my right, one on my left. We're now 4 away from 1-star director. And these guys just signed up. I mean, just literally got signed up a couple of days ago. So that's some of what's happening all over the place. I know that's what's happening with Daryl and Maria. They are in New Orleans doing events with Apostle Daniel Wilson. They might be going city to city doing some of these events. I'll leave that to them to talk about. But you guys are doing 2 Zooms a night now on Tuesdays, and you guys are just going, and the team's growing. And take it away.
Well, Todd, thank you very much. Mikey, how you doing, sir? Mr. Oliver, and
thanks for all you do.
Thanks for all you do. Just want to say hi to everybody out there, guys. I'm Jack Sideways. It has just been unbelievable what's been happening in the work and the work ethic that people are putting in. People are getting excited in record time, doing things. It's just amazing. You know, Todd and I met with Ambassador Taylor here in New Orleans at the World Tour, and we sat down with Apostle H. Daniel Wilson, and we were putting game plans together, and we came back and he said, Daryl, I got some things and some ideas that I'm working on, and I got to put these in place, you know, before we get started. I do have an understanding of what I need to do, and ladies and gentlemen, it was unleashed today.
Yes, it was.
We came here to New Orleans, and if you think Halloween is incredible in Las Vegas, which obviously it is. That's Vegas, but boy, Halloween out here in New Orleans is absolutely, I'll just say unbelievable. Won't say the other words, but it was just an amazing time. But today we met up with some people that I think are going to be lifelong friends. I know will, and just the people in the group that H. Daniel Wilson had put together, and these pastors that we got a chance to sit down and meet today and do presentations. Guys, the U.S. is going to absolutely explode. And it's not only because of this event, it's just because of some of the other things that are happening. But Marie, you can mention some of the names of some of the people that are part of H. Daniel Wilson's group, and talk a little bit about how that was today. I know you felt the same way I did.
Yeah, it was really powerful. It was really great to see all these minds that just had so much knowledge, and they just absorbed everything that we talked about in regard to the travel membership and the power of the compensation plan. So shouts out to, of course, we have Saul Hicks that was here, and I tell you what, there's no person we've never met anyone like Solomon Hicks. He's absolutely
that's a bad
fireball.
man.
He is 79
years old.
Young. Oh, I was gonna say years young. He's
young.
79 years young, and he is like
a ball
25
of fire.
year old.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He was really wonderful. He had
Just
his passion. He worked for Prudential, and he just succeeded so highly in that
Well,
company.
matter of fact, he was 7 years. He was the number one Prudential agent for Prudential for 7 years. And so he's got all kind of awards, and just an amazing guy.
Gentleman.
We learned some incredible stuff from him. And this guy, again, he's 79, but you think he's 29. Just his attitude and energy and the way he tells stories. It's going to be great traveling with that individual.
Yes, definitely. And then Apostle Gullidge hosted the actual event and brought out all these pastors to come to the church where we had the presentation. And what a great guy. He has great credibility out there. out here in New Orleans, and we really had a great time. He's just a wonderful gentleman as well. Nate Joseph, who is the son of H. Daniel Wilson. Just, I mean, you know, the
From a spiritual
standpoint,
yeah.
of course, but a great guy too as well.
Unbelievable
Knows
guy.
everything about finances and financials and everything. So he really is super smart.
It's very rare when you meet people and you just kind of click and you
Yeah.
bond, and the plans and game plans we were putting together, you know, going across the country and doing different things with those individuals Maria just named was just phenomenal. And the way H. Daniel Wilson, way he set it up in the beginning, and how as he introduced each speaker and then how he closed it out. Guys, this is exciting and it's going to be fun. So I'm sure we're going to be back here in beautiful New Orleans as well. Guys,
And the church was absolutely gorgeous.
Gulledge's church,
Oh my
Apostle
God.
Gulledge's church was just amazing. We did the video. One of the things that we did with the video, and actually seeing the video on a, I don't know, 100-foot times 120-foot screen was unreal. Watching the 6-minute video, the comp plan video, and it was just truly awesome. I am just blown away about the event today. H. Daniel Wilson is as advertised, and he could be one of those guys that the number one guy in the company at some point in time with the folks he knows and the plan and the strategies that we have out there. Okay, so that was great.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, you know, your presentation doesn't have to change all the partners that are out there. It's the same tools that you have in the field. It's the same tools that we use when we're here live in front of an audience, or whether you're doing it on a Zoom. We show the 6-minute video, you speak a little bit, answer questions, and then we show the compensation plan. Make the difference between wanting to be a member only and wanting to also be a member and a partner. So the presentation doesn't change for you out there in the field too.
It's not that complicated. So again, New Orleans was great, but on October 31st, we actually signed up a guy out of Dallas, Texas, a friend of ours, Mr. Monks, Lewis Monks, signed up. And so we were talking on the phone. He's fired up, saw the video, ready to go, and he may be on the call tonight. And we were talking with Lewis, and I said, well, wait a minute, Maria, what are we doing tomorrow? Well, we're just heading back to Vegas. And I said, would there be a challenge of us going to Dallas?
And I said, no, Daryl.
She said, no, Daryl, how about
resorts and we visit home.
So she said, well, let's go there. Let's work with him. He's got a huge list, he's a wonderful guy, he and his wife. Arnetta, just amazing, wonderful people. And so we're going to go there for 2 to 3 days and just work with him. So guess what? We had to find a hotel. So I said, okay, Maria, check the hotels, and what happened?
Right. And so you guys aren't going to believe this. Is absolutely unbelievable. So just so that you understand, when you go to the travel site in the back office, right, you're going into your back office, you click on member services, and then you click on travel site. That's where you go and enter in your information in there. So it defaults, and I don't know if you know this, but just FYI, it defaults to max savings. So the one that you see on the first couple of pages, those are the ones that have the max savings. So the first one right there, max savings, the best one. That happened to be a hotel that I was very interested
that we
in
love.
wanting to stay. That's right. And so this hotel was the Hilton Anatoly Resort in Dallas, Texas. This was an atrium room. And what's really cool about it is that we did it for 2 nights, but right there in the the bottom right corner of the picture in the back office, it said 63% savings. And it also had the price there. And I was like, what? I can't believe this price. So of course I go to the Hilton website, I check it out. Hilton was $678 total with taxes.
For the 2 days.
That's right. Booking.com. This is for 2 nights. Booking.com had it for $775.
$775.
Guess how much Trevorium had it for? $268.
2 days total,
With
out the
taxes
door.
and everything included, out the door. And you know what? I just kept saying, you know what? That's why we keep talking about this thing, because this travel site back here is absolutely powerful. The value, and when I say we've saved thousands of dollars, we have saved thousands of dollars.
Sometimes just on a trip, on one trip.
I know. And can you believe that? That's a $500 plus savings that our family has received. So now we can take that $500 savings and then we can go and shop.
No, we're not doing that. We're going to work there. Lewis, if you're watching, hey, we're going to go to dinner. We're going to put the stuff together. We're going to get your 3 here before we leave town. Unbelievable. But guys, that again, that's just what the providence is of our company. Just the value that we actually have with our company is just insane. And just imagine most people that we know and other folks we know, they wouldn't go to that hotel for 2 days for $700. I don't know. I don't know if I would go there for $700, but for $268 for 2 days, hey, count me in. I'm there. So guys,
deal.
We have the most amazing service and product and compensation plan out there. So there's no question about it. So we're gonna be in Dallas for a couple of days, maybe 3, but at least 2 days there, working with Lewis Monks before we actually go back home. But guys, we're going to bring a couple of guests on right now, and we're going to start with who do you want to start with? Doc and Lorraine, or let's bring on Doc and Lorraine. You guys should be able to open up.
Let me make sure that they can.
Your cameras here in just a couple of seconds.
See if you can see if you guys can do it. If you don't do it within a second, then I know that you can't. But let's try it.
Okay, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Doc.
How you doing, sir?
Good, awesome, awesome.
We're trying to get the video. There you go.
Yay.
Let me adjust the monitor here real quick.
Well, guys, again, this relationship we've just developed is because of Team Legacy and Pastor Ambassador Taylor introduced us to Dr. Renee.
Yes.
And guys, I'm telling you, we've been doing lives almost every single night. And she calls us and texts us 6 a.m. in the morning. And most times I'm up. So it's not an issue, Dr. Renee. We love it. We love aggressive people. We love people that want to do it.
Yeah.
But since that, she introduced us to Doc Finley and to his beautiful wife, Lorraine. And guys, I'm gonna let them tell the story, but these guys are setting records and doing some amazing things. So Lorraine and Doc, welcome to the family. We've also been doing 3-ways. We've been doing welcome calls for all the people that they have. Both of them have got their 3. Both of them will be recognized next Monday as director. But Lorraine, Doc, you guys take it away. Tell everybody who you are and why you got excited about the most amazing company out there.
Well, first of all, we'd like to thank Daryl and Marie Roberts. You guys have been instrumental in our early success. So thank you so much. And you have been there for those 3-way calls. You've also set up calls at the last minute. And so, we just just following your lead. And secondly, Dr. Renee Smith, she introduced us to the business. And I think it took me about 2 days before I decided to join on. But we love to travel. We take 2 cruises a year. And that's really not enough. We need to take a cruise every month. But that's just how that's just how we love to travel. We've both been my wife Lorraine's been in the travel industry for a while, and I'll let her tell the story. But once Dr. Renee introduced us to the great comp plan and the different ways that you could travel and get all the discounts, it was a done deal. I tell you, it's been great ever since. So I'm gonna let Lorraine talk for a minute, and I'll come back.
It's only been a few days. It's only been a few days, really.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, thank you, Daryl, for the opportunity. And wow, so what a journey it's been. It's just been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But as Doc said, he started first, and I was just gonna kind of watch him and see how he did things. And then I finally said, you know what, I need to just sign me up. Just sign me up. I'm ready to go. And so as soon as I started, I just took off running. And what I did was I just started sharing it with people that I know, your warm markets, so people that and just sharing with them how, we could save money when we travel, because most of the people that know us know we like to travel. They know we like to go on vacation a lot. And so they're always living through our pictures. And we're like, you don't have to live through our pictures. Have your own. Have your own. And like he said, I was a travel agent with the company for about maybe 2 to 3 years. But it was a little stressful. To be honest, I didn't like booking other people's trips. I didn't like it because I felt like I was always having to make sure everything was totally perfect for them because I didn't want them to have any hiccups. But so I would be a little stressed out about it. And then I finally said, I don't want to do this. It's supposed to be fun. And this is not fun being a travel agent, okay? It's not fun. It's too stressful. And I don't want to care, I don't want to have to work on nobody else's travel. I just want to work on my own.
Okay,
so when I heard about Trevorium and how I could book my own and save money, and I don't have to do all of that travel agent work, I was in.
wow.
I was in. So we're excited. And we're just getting started.
And just let me mention this. If the business is so easy, show the video, three-way call. Show the video, three-way call. That's it. And how simple is that? When we found out that Daryl was available and Dr. Renee was available for three-way calls at 3 o'clock in the morning, because, when you first get started in the business, you're so excited and you lose track of time and you want to just tell everybody. And so when you do when somebody might text you and say, hey, I just viewed the video, it could be midnight. Well, somewhere else, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
So guess what? Daryl and Maria have been there. And we really thank you guys for the opportunity for just letting us share this little story. And by the way, we are both retired, so we can stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning if we want to.
I love it. Well,
it's been fun, and it's only been a few weeks. So it's just the beginning. As a matter of fact, my wife was signing someone up when you called her, Daryl. And so she had to put the lady on hold. But,
I can't let Daryl call and not answer his phone.
Okay, so when is the welcome call? Because we got this welcome call thing going on now as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. It's going to be a great journey. I can't wait to meet you guys in person.
Well, all you got to do is say, hey, guys, come to Sacramento. I've got a few people I want to introduce you to. We'll be there.
Oh, okay.
That's going to happen.
Okay.
That's going to happen.
We have family in Northern California, so yes.
Well, thank you guys.
So again, you guys are just amazing. We're so excited. Again, Team Legacy got this thing started, and to be able to work with the different groups and uplines, downlines, and partnerships, it's just great. And then you find people like this, and you just connect with. You guys hang on there, stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere unless you have signed up a person. Then that's the only way you can leave us. But we want to bring Dr. Renee on, and this lady again, I'm telling you, she is a ball of fire. She was sponsored by Stacy Davis. And I'm not going to tell you a story. Not Stacy, Alicia. Alicia Davis. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to tell you a story tonight. I'm going to let you tell it. But how you met Alicia, guys, listen to how she met Alicia. It's what we train on all the time. But Dr. Renee is unbelievable. She's kicking butt, taking names. She will be an ambassador, just like Lorraine and Doc will as well. But tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're excited about our company, and how did you find out about us?
Okay, so thank you so much for allowing me to tell my story, Daryl.
I told it last time.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's my story. But what I wanted to say was I was on social media and I saw someone by the name of Alicia Davis. She was showing pictures on social media of all the different places that she had gone for cheap prices. And I was like, what? Who is this? I didn't even know her. We were not friends on Facebook, but it came up on my page. So I was like, okay, well, let me find out. So I got on the call and I listened. And then she did a three-way call with me. No, she did a one-on-one with me, answered the things that I needed. And then I told her, listen, I was in direct sales before. I am not working the business. I'm not doing it. No. She was like, oh, okay, no problem, no pressure. I was like, okay, good. Whew. And then I got on the call again with Ambassador Deborah Taylor. And then the light came on. I was like, wait a minute, I can be making money? What am I doing? So I believe a couple of months, I went ahead and paid the $125. That was nothing. I was like, I mean, what is that? But I found out I could go free. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get some people. So I am so glad that I decided to work the business. I'm so glad that my friends, Doc and Lorraine, they connected and they are on fire. They are blowing up. So I'm excited about the journey. And the other part that I wanted to mention was that years ago, I met Ambassador Taylor. I believe it was almost 5 years ago. And she was doing the travel business. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. What was I thinking? What? I had no idea, but I'm so glad that I know that Trevorium is a great platform. And what I like to say is, can you smell what Trevorium is cooking? So y'all watch wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm excited about that.
I like that.
Well, guys, again, we're excited for both you guys and all the other folks. I know, Lorraine, you guys introduced me to Avina, right?
Marina?
Yeah, and she's out here she's in Vegas, so I can't
Yes.
wait to meet her. Whatever she needs, we're gonna do. But guys, this is what's exciting. They're doing the 3 ways. They're showing the video. They're plugging in. And an announcement for some of you guys that may not know is because of Team Legacy and Dr. Renee and this group right here that you're seeing here, we're now implementing a Zoom on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time. You know, just kind of boggles my mind is that we really have alienated of the West Coast, because most people get home about 5:30 or 6 o'clock. It's tough for them to get on that. But so now every Tuesday, and it was last week, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that we ended up doing presentations. But that's going to be on the calendar from
Sunday.
this point moving on as well. So matter of fact, tonight we're going to do a presentation at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Of course, that's 11 o'clock East Coast time. So again, thank you guys for joining us here this evening. You guys are amazing people. I love working with you, and I'm so happy that Ambassador Taylor introduced me to you, Dr. Renee, and you know, the rest is history. Let's go make history together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded.
Way
She's awesome, guys. I'm telling you. All right, well, Todd, come on back and join us. You guys can stay here. You can go if you want to, but Todd, all I have to say is unbelievable.
Yeah, Dr. Renee, you guys are absolutely amazing. In fact, I was loving it when he said, okay, show the video, 3-way call. Show the video, 3-way call, right? I almost have to hold on. What was that again? How does that work again? I mean, it's so simple, right? It's so easy that it's hard. And I say that to a lot of people. It's so easy that it's hard because we want to complicate it. We want to say too much. Watch the video, meet my friends Daryl Marie. Watch the video, meet Dr. Renee. Watch the video and do a 3-way call to whoever, and it doesn't matter who that person is. Upline, downline, crossline. When you do 3-way calls, certainly you want people to meet people like Daryl and Maria because they've made tons of money. You want them to meet Daryl and Maria because they've been on incredible trips all over the world. But it doesn't matter who you're doing the 3-way call with, because even the newest person, right? How many of you tonight wish you could call Dr. Renee right now? I mean, they're brand new. Or call Doc and Lorraine. I mean, they're brand new, but you can hear the excitement, man. They've only been here just a couple of minutes, but man, I want all my people to talk to them. So even the newest person has a great story. Why did you join? That's a story. Why are you excited? Oh my gosh, I want to travel here and there and there. I just love travel. I mean, talk to all my people, please. And so every one of you have a story. We talked about that, Daryl, on the Saturday training call, that if you don't have a story, reach out to Daryl, reach out to Maria, reach out to Danny, reach out to Ryan, reach out to Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Coach Mailer, Dr. Phyllis, or Thomas Flowers, or Renithia. I mean, reach out to one of your leaders and we'll help you write your story. Most of you have a better story than you realize. And again, you join for a reason. That in itself is a story that's valuable. And I learned that technique, Daryl, when I got involved with a company where I was 25 years old and I got sponsored by the company. And I thought I was hot stuff. I've arrived and I'm sponsored by the company. That meant something, right? Here's what it meant. I had no upline, zero. The only way to do 3-way calls is with the downline. And I realized how incredible that was, because a lot of them are sitting there, kind of thinking about calling people, wanting to call people, but maybe a little afraid. Well, if I just signed you up yesterday, next thing you know, here I come and I'm ringing you up. Hey, you got a moment? Hold on real quick. I want you to talk to one of my people, right? And I'm putting you on the phone with one of my prospects. Well, next thing you know, you figure out that prospects are not these scary people that are, going to bite your head off, right? Instead, they're nice, they're warm, they're interested, they're asking questions. You're kind of telling your story. I'm kind of involving you in the process. When it's all said and done, and I call you back and say, hey, I think they're going to join. Great job. Thank you. If they do, I'm going to put them down below you. And suddenly you're thinking like, wow, I mean, I was just involved in the process. That was easy. It was fun. Obviously, I was a contributor. I can do this. And so sometimes getting your own team, if they're new, involved in the process, I mean, kind of gets get the pump primed here to kind of get them moving, get them going, and maybe build some confidence. And I don't know why that technique is not taught more often, but I kind of learned it by default. And so I just want to kind of throw that out there. A three-way call can be up line, down line, cross line, as long as it's somebody else telling a story.
Well, it really is, Todd. And obviously they have a background in the industry, so they understand that. And they started doing it basically independently. And it makes all the difference in the world. One of the videos that I shared on, I believe it was
Sunday.
Was it Sunday or Tuesday? It was Sunday. And again, whenever I'm doing some workout stuff, especially the sit-ups and stuff that I do, I always listen to TED Talks. And I just made that commitment. I'm going to not listen to music. I'm not going to watch the TV. I'm going to because I do that stuff at home, I'm going to listen to TED Talks. And I've just found some most incredible TED Talks. I've been sharing with the team. And the one that I just shared Sunday, actually Dean Harvey, because I shared TED Talks with him, he sent us an amazing TED Talk. It was only 6 minutes. And this lady, she talks about, I forget her name, Angela Lee. This is my producer helping me out again. She talks
so you guys are getting to see a visual, but normally happens in Daryl's ear. Normally he's got this little thing in his ear where he's getting fed all the info. You guys just kind of watch it live right now.
I feel like a newscaster, and my producer's in my ear telling me, don't say that, say this. Here's the thing properly, say it this way.
Sit up straight.
Bullet Todd, all of that. Nod your head up and down, Daryl. Going. She does that off camera, but the whole gist of it, she talks about whether kids that become successful, whether teachers that are going to stick to it long term, being a teacher and really help the kids that are in need, to business people, to athletes, to any genre out there. There's one common denominator. They all have grit. So she came in from that movie, True Grit. That's the word she uses. That person has to have grit. It's not education, it's not intelligence, it's not this, it's not that. It's grit. The reason we are here today is we have grit. We just don't quit. When people quit or people don't see the vision or whatever the case may be, it doesn't disturb us. Yes, we get a little discouraged, but what I learned a long time ago, successful people and unsuccessful people, have challenges. The successful ones get over it quickly. If somebody quit on me or if somebody said they were going to sign up, they didn't sign up. Yeah, I get upset for about 3 seconds and I'm looking for the next one. I'm looking for the Renees to call or the doc and all the other folks that are out there. So she talks about that. If you guys haven't seen it, she goes into great detail, even in a 6-minute TED Talk that was just phenomenal. So if you have grit, you're going to be successful. If you don't, she even talks about some things that we'll bring up on Saturday, how you can actually get it to get to that next level, and you can have anything you want. And Todd, that basically brings me to this, is what you don't change, you choose. I want you to think about it for the new people right now. What you don't change, you choose. If you're crying about a bad situation and it's going on for days or weeks or months or even years, and you're allowing it to happen, you're choosing that, because there's so much out there on YouTube and books and people out there that can help you in any aspect of your life. There's nothing lacking from that perspective. And the bottom line is, if whatever you don't change, you're literally choosing. You don't have to make a decision tonight, cross the line. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to follow the lead. I don't care how many ups and downs I have. I'm going to be successful. So I see Captain is on here tonight. How you doing, Mr. CEO, Mr. David Hart?
It's good to be on. Just listening in the background. You guys are great tonight. Love it. Great testimony tonight. You guys are rocking out there in the New Orleans.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Joe, you said that TED Talk was Angela Duckworth, right?
Yes.
Angela.
Yeah, I never knew she did a TED Talk, but I actually bought her book a number of years ago. It's on my Audible library. And when you said grit, I'm like, oh yeah, I got that book, right? I didn't, but I never knew she did a TED Talk. So I listened to a 5-hour book, which you probably learned in 19 minutes.
Actually, actually, it was like 6 minutes. The segment I had was a 6-minute segment. And Todd, if people want to know what they need to do, I mean, that's it. So there's no magic is what she's saying. You just got to persevere.
Yeah, this is what makes the Navy SEALs the Navy SEAls. It's people who've got grit. It's not even this person, that person, extreme athlete. It's the one that's just got that grit, that stickability, that we'll go back and just call it, the Ambassador Deborah Taylor phenomenon, right? Doesn't matter how many things happened to her. She just kept going and going and going. And, she would not be denied. She would not be stopped. And now she's an ambassador on her way to 1-star ambassador and in Dubai. I think she'll get ready to come home pretty soon, but having a great time over there. But hey, a great guest tonight, Daryl Marie, incredible news and updates. I know I talked to you guys earlier about all the things that are happening. You guys are going to be going city to city here pretty soon, doing what you're doing today. Absolutely amazing. I mean, we are doing this. And just any final comments, by the way, because I opened up tonight reminding people it's November 1st. 2 months from now, we're going to be saying Happy New Year, New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions. We're going into that time of year when it's natural to connect with people. Haven't talked to people in a while. I mean, it's natural this time of year to reach out and say, Happy holidays, bro. How are you, man? It's been too long. Let's catch up.
Well, if you guys missed that segment Todd talked about, you guys want to go back and when this comes out in the recording on Facebook, you guys can go back and check that out. But he's absolutely right. And you can be different because you do it earlier than everybody else. So you can, take advantage of the lack of madness that if you start doing it right now. But one of the things that Marie and I have learned over the years is that most people wait to December 31st. It's 11:55. They've had 10 drinks already, and they decide to set some goals and objectives for the following year. Guys, it doesn't work that way. This is the time to be planning and plotting, getting together with your husband, your wife, your significant other, and planning out 2023 and doing it now. Don't wait to the end, because we've always had a running start into the next year, because this is that planning session that we put things together right now. We don't wait to the last day or the last couple of days of the month, or worst case, the January 5th or 10th, and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do this year. Do it now. And if you need any support, you need any help, we'll definitely be here to help you.
Well, guys, appreciate you so much. And of course, now we have our CEO and founder on here, Mr. David Hart. Obviously, guys, I mean, when you look at the company and all the unique things that we're doing, there's nobody doing what we're doing in travel. There's nobody doing what we're doing in recognition. Nobody doing what we're doing in compensation. And of course, again, he was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year for a reason. He simply looks at business, looks at problems, and brings a different mindset to it. I think it was Steve Jobs, think different. That's what he does. That's why we are sitting here, all of us, at this incredible intersection where the company is just poised to absolutely go into momentum. And you guys are all here pre-momentum, the place that everyone dreams of being. But with the legacy company, been paying people on time, every time, 63 countries, all those other kind of credentials. But that's all because of the leadership of David and Adela Hart. And so without any further ado, sir, I turn this over to you. Happy Halloween. Happy All Saints Day. Happy holidays.
All right. It's good to be on the call today. And I just enjoy listening in the background, all the testimonies from the different people. And of course, Daryl and Maria, you guys rock. And, we always talk about people that go through adversity and then still continue on. And that's one of the things that you have to do to be a successful entrepreneur. You have to realize that you're going to have adversity. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have to go up the hill instead of going down a hill, like water meanders down a hill and takes the path of least resistance. In business, and to be a successful entrepreneur, it's just the opposite. You got to have mentally prepared to go up that hill. And it's going to be a little tough at times, but it's so worth it. Daryl and Maria don't talk about the challenges, struggles they had early on in the business. But you know what? They have truly just stayed the course. And because they've stayed the course and been consistent all these years, they're having success here at Trevorium. And, they understand those success principles. So, congrats to you guys and all the leadership that you bring through the network. We're exploding in the United States, you guys. It's about to flip from Europe to the US as the #1 income producing country in Trevorium. I can see it coming. I see the sales. I see what's taking place, and we're excited for that as well too. So we want to grow everywhere, evenly all over the place. And we will do that, of course, because travel is a global product that everybody wants to do. And when they do it, they want to do it with what we call the best possible rate or the hookup or create that life experience. And that's what we do here at Trevorian. But more importantly than that, it's the opportunity to create residual based income, the ability to have a business that pays you well beyond your efforts. At the beginning, when you start our business or any business inside the network marketing industry, you don't get paid what you're worth. You got to put out the work. And it's usually about 90 days of just, hey, I'm going to gut it out, solid effort to go get it done. And when you do that, it's about 90 days of that effort. Then all of a sudden you start to see some of that labor, the fruits of your labor starts to show up. And then another 90-day period of that same effort, not looking left, not looking right, not being discouraged, but just sowing the seeds, doing the work. 90 days later, you're in about 6 months, and you'll start to see a transformation in your business. And if you're not, we could probably sit down and look at your calendar and say, hey, what are you doing? What's the activity steps you're doing? If you do the activity steps and you're constantly working on you, you're going to find success in our business. The story's just too good. Everybody that you come across with all over the world wants to figure out how to make their dreams come true. Well, guess what? One of the number one dreams across America, across the world, across France, across Spain is how and where can I travel? How do I go places? I want to go here. This is on my bucket list. I've got to go to, Rome is on my bucket list. I've got to go here. I've got to go there. Bali's on my bucket list. How do I get there? Well, we show people how to start scratching and lining off things on their bucket list. I want to talk. So that's just the side of our business, the travel side of our business. It's an easy conversation to have with people. At the end of the day, it's really about the opportunity to create daily pay with our compensation plan. And as you inspire people and find people that are like-minded like you, like-minded like Daryl and Maria, like-minded like Todd and Gina Strand, like-minded like Deborah Taylor, as you start to find these people in your network. And by the way, maybe you're not the one that attracts those people to your business. Maybe it's the people that you bring in. Maybe it's the people that you bring in who put them on a call with a Daryl and Marie. I love when Doc Finley said, hey, you know what? I show the video and I do a three-way call. I show the video, I do a three-way call. Anybody could do that. You could get good at doing a commercial on why somebody wants to should watch the video and say, oh, by the way, hold on 1 second. I want to put you on the call with Daryl and Maria Roberts. I want you to hear the business the same way that I did. Can you do that? Great. Let's get on this call. It's 5 minutes long. I just want to introduce you to some very successful entrepreneurs and Daryl and Maria Roberts. And so it's easy to have that conversation with people, and you just got to do it over and over and over again, and it'll get even easier to do. Become second nature in your mind to have that conversation and talk with people. So it's so true. Show the video, get on a three-way call. Can you show a video and get on a three-way call? Can you show the video and get on a three-way call to go make money? If you can do that, which anybody can do that, you can build Trevorian. So tonight we're at the end of the call, and I'm talking to the people here that are business builders and not consumers. I want to congratulate all of our partners out there. Yesterday was an incredible day. I mean, you guys, as an organization or a company, it was the largest single day in business in 2022. Go figure on Halloween day, right? That's pretty amazing. So congratulations to all the people that put out the effort. In fact, this last week was pretty amazing in terms of the amount of new people that have come into the business. So I want to congratulate all the people that put out the effort. And remember what I said, it's 90 days of effort before you start to see results. And then another 90 days of not looking left and not looking right, of doing the activity. And all of a sudden you start to see it really blossom. So just remember that. That's the way network marketing works. I said earlier, I didn't finish it. At the beginning, you get paid not what you're worth. And then as you build a team, you get paid what you're worth. And then finally, as your network starts to duplicate and grow, you get paid a whole lot more than the effort that you put in. So just know that going forward. I want to just share a couple of things. Let's see if I can do this. Yes. I want to, because you guys are all builders here, I want to talk a little bit about, Todd, you can see my screen. I just want to double check and make sure people can see my screen.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, perfect. So most people, when they travel, they're going to go to Expedia or bookings.com when they travel, right? And that's what most people are going to do. And so it's important to understand our product when we're comparing hotel rooms. We're doing apples to apples comparison. You know, if people are checking us out, I'm going to just show you one of the values that we're adding in our marketing side of our business in 2022 or 2023 and world tours. And not every world tour will have them, but we have what's called, if I can click on it here, we have what's called, let's see if I can minimize this here. Suggested retail rate. That's the retail price that we have on public sites, and this is where most people shop when they go shop. You know, we have a world tour in Trump International, and you can see right here it's during spring break. It's a prime time to do an apples to apple comparison. Deluxe studio, 2 queens, ocean view. That's the room that we have for you guys. Breakfast included, so you have to click on the breakfast included. It's and that's for 2 people. It's $828 or $3,910 to go stay at this hotel for the exact same days, March 8th to March 12th. Now, let's pop back to our site. Some, you know, do we have value here at Travorium? And nobody travels like we travel. Daryl and Marie say it all the time in all their presentations and in their videos. So, you know, it's the best club out there in terms of travel. Suggested retail price. Our suggested retail price is actually a little lower than what you saw on Expedia. And of course, Expedia's rate, as the occupancy rate continues to go up, Expedia's rate will go up with it. Suggested retail is $29.64. Now, what we decided to do is we offer an instant member savings. So right out of the gate, someone's going to save $1,200 and $1,216 off of the retail rate. And then the Travorium rate is $1,748, and you can buy that rate all the way down to $948. Guys, this is more than a $2,000 savings, and this is one hotel, okay? This is one world tour where somebody takes advantage of this trip, and bam, that's more savings than the cost of the membership at the platinum level. So for the year, and of course, you know, every year you could do a getaway, you could do 2 world tours, you could do 2 getaways, you could use our net travel sites, better than travel agent rates, and you also earn loyalty points, which is like cash back. It's a great way to travel and see the world and create experiences. So I wanted to be able to just share that with you. This is one of the tools in your tool bag that you can use when you're talking with people about the Travorium opportunity. Okay. All right. So some more exciting news. We've been, our team, we got a full staff, and they're completely immersed in the world tour for 2023. And we've just, we're going to, how do I say this? So there's some incredible stuff happening and taking place. We're going to have a lot of destinations in the United States this year. And so we're excited to be able to announce that, as well as in our European market and our Caribbean and I guess Mexican market. So we've been very fortunate because of the type of business that we do, which is very clean business, very committed business, financial stable for a lot of the different hotel chains, and they're taking notice. And one of those hotel chains that we're going to be doing business with is in more of a bigger capacity is the Hyatt Regencies. So you're going to start to see a lot of things populate for 2023. And I couldn't be more excited about what's taking place with our travel product. And for the people that have been around here for a long time, you know, I hope you guys see the evolution that's taken place in terms of our product, our offerings, and what we've been able to do. And it's something that as we can continue to grow and our buying power becomes even stronger, we believe that our product line will become even stronger. So we're excited to be able to pass that on to our consumers. I'm even more excited of the opportunity that we're going to give for our partners, the people that are out building our business. Listen, building a business is not easy. If you were to go invest in a franchise, it's going to cost you a lot of money to go invest in that franchise. And then you got to go find the management team and the people that do the work to step into that cookie cutter system and make it work. It's not easy. It's a big investment. And many franchises, you're going to spend upwards to $1 million for the small minor franchises. You could spend $2 or $3 million for the big name franchises to get them going, with no guarantee. Just like in business, there is no guarantee. But for the people that go to work and make it happen, when you start to compare what it costs to get started here at Trevorium, a couple of $100 you're in business. For that, we're going to give you, you're also going to get some travel out of it. But more importantly, we're going to give you a cookie cutter system on how you can become successful at Trevorium. I'm telling you that we have some of the best trainers in the industry to teach and help you learn how to do this business called Trevorium in the network marketing space. And if you'll plug into some of the top leadership and do what they do, and that's a clue, by the way, you know what? If you want to be successful in life, you got to do what other successful people do. And if you learn to duplicate what they do, you will have what they have. And that is very true in any business. You can cross that over anywhere. So it is, boy, let me see here. I started reading messages and then I lost my train of thought. I shouldn't have did that. So anyway, in our business, with, gosh, I just lost it there for a second, guys. I apologize. When you compare us against getting started in other companies, other types of businesses, at that low cost, low startup, being able to get trained, the cookie cutter training system on how to be successful from other people that are successful in our business, all these things help you to go to the next level. One of the things that I like about getting started here with us at Trevorium is that, listen, it can start out as a part-time endeavor. And then as you become successful, your part-time becomes your time. You get to work it in your business. For a lot of people that are out here and building with Trevorium, they're looking to build just an additional income. And I got to tell you that when you look at what's going on across the economic world and inflation, that's we could do a whole story on inflation and how, because of inflation that's taken place, and I don't want to get too deep in the woods here, but virtually the government's robbed people's paychecks, their savings accounts, and their retirement funds, to be quite honest with you, with what they did with printing money and how inflation has taken place across the United States, across the world. And people are looking, if they're not now, they're going to be looking for a plan B. They're going to be looking for an additional source of income. People that are in there between 40 and 65 years old, the plans that they had to retire or live comfortably, those plans are changing. And they're going to be looking for ways to create income. Well, guess what? And that's across the board. Doesn't stop from 40 to 65-year-olds. Everybody across the board that wants to have that lifestyle, that additional income or what you call it, they're going to be looking for a different way. And we have that way. You have something here at Trevorium that's very valuable to offer people out in the marketplace. And I just want you guys to remember that you have value when you're sharing the Trevorium opportunity with people, not only from a product standpoint, but from an opportunity standpoint, because you can get started, you can get trained, you can start out with, it's low cost, everything is in line. And then we come into the advantages. In fact, and I won't push on it too hard tonight, but from a tax perspective, running and operating a home-based business for a W-2 wage earner or somebody that has a career or a business, but having a home-based business and tapping into those deductions can help fund your travel business. So Todd, with that, sorry tonight, I saw a text that came across my phone, and it got some things going on right now. So I apologize for that little stutter there, but we got through it, and good things are happening. November's right around the corner. We're in the middle of November. We're getting started in November. What I'm saying, right around the corner. And in 60 days, the year's going to be finished. It's amazing in 60 days that the year's going to be done. And you know what? You put your foundation down right now, and you'll be taken off at the beginning of the year. How do you put your foundation now? You know, you basically, hey, you invite people to take a listen to the Travorium opportunity. And realize that, you know, and Todd, and I know we've recruited a lot of people in network marketing. Both of us have been in the industry for a long time, Daryl Marie or two. You know, the conversations we have with people, it's usually not just one conversation and they sign up. Sometimes it's multiple conversations, and you got to be patient with people, and you got to help walk them through all their obstacles so they can get engaged in the business. Even I think it was Dr. Renee tonight said that when she got in, she was just going to do travel, or somebody was on that did a testimony, and the next thing you know, like, heck, I can do this business, you know?
Yeah, Dr. Renee, she made the comment, I'm not doing the business know-how. Hey, no, you don't have to do that. Okay. And then she got on with Pastor Deborah Taylor, or Ambassador Deborah Taylor, and like the light bulb went off, and I can make money from this. It was a great moment.
Yes, beautiful thing. So
yeah,
I've rambled on long enough. This has been a great call tonight. I'll throw it back to you for final thoughts.
Well, obviously the savings that you outlined with the thing you showed there, of course, Daryl Maria echoed that earlier about just our travel portal, how much we're saving people. My own daughter, she's a dentist, actually, oral surgeon in Pennsylvania, taking her honeymoon in February. They're getting one of those private bungalows in the Maldives, you know, where they got the glass bottom, you know, it's above the water. They got the glass bottom, see the fish swim. Expedia's website is 10 grand. On our website, it's $6,000. It's $4,000 cheaper. And so again, I mean, all day long, had another gentleman the other day going to Turkey, and he wanted me to do a comparison. And just like Maria talked about, I mean, we were $2,000 less on a 7-night stay. And so, I mean, we are saving people huge on travel. And I love the final conversation that you gave here, because a lot of people have never really sat and thought about their options. You know, number one, if you're like, well, is your current job, if you have a regular job, going to take you to the promised land? And for most people, no. I mean, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. They pay me just enough to keep me from quitting. And, you know, the bill collectors are on me. I'm just ahead of the bill collectors. I'm not really getting ahead. I mean, you might be living a nice life and nice house, nice car, but you don't wake up and do it again tomorrow. The whole thing could come tumbling down pretty quickly. Or heaven forbid, something should happen to you. If you had some kind of a displacement, if you lost your job for a short period of time, or you had a health issue, then the whole thing would come tumbling down. And that's where most people find themselves. And they never really kind of occurred to them that, you know, a job is a wonderful way to put food on the table, but the only way to get ahead is to have a business. But then what kind of business? That was the analysis you were doing there a moment ago, Dave, where you compare, you know, what if I had a franchise business? What kind of cost does it take? What kind of work does it take? What kind of overhead does it take? And what if I have this kind of business? Or what if I went into real estate? What if I went into insurance? What if I did a traditional business, or this or this or this? And when you do that, I mean, there's just no comparison to what we're doing, including the fact that there's some people that went to school to become a doctor. They went to school for 7-8 years. They get there and find out they don't like it. Well, you're $500,000 in debt now, and you found out you don't like it. Here, you can come join our company. You spent $299. You find out you don't like it. You still got incredible vacations you can go on. You still got tax write-offs you can take. You're actually better off financially for having tried, and then you go do something else. I mean, no harm, no foul. That is not true if you buy a Subway, not true if you do a lot of other things. So when people really kind of break that down, what you were talking about there, it's just, there's no comparison to helping everyday people in the flexible hours of their day. I got 20 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunch, 40 minutes after work. What am I going to do to get myself out of this position? And right now we got one of the best things going in the entire world. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Mr. David Hart, for giving us this incredible opportunity. It's changing lives. I was on a call today in Spain. I mean, they just, again, a lot of people rank advancing over there, and I mean, you can just see them, the smile on their face, people having their lives changed and traveling and all those kind of things. Daryl Marie, any final thoughts here as we disconnect?
Man, we're doing more Zooms than we've ever done before. And join us back here at 8 p.m. Pacific time. That is 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock East Coast time. We're going to do it again. If you're serious about success,
50 minutes from now.
50 minutes from now, get on the call, get some guests on there. Let's share the story. We'll do the talking for you tonight.
All right, there you guys. You got 50 minutes to hang
Take
out,
care.
go grab somebody, bring them back. All
Make
right,
it
we'll see you
happen.
guys then. Bye, everybody.